It's a simple truth: what you do has far greater weight than what you say you will do. Words are easy, they're light, they cost nothing, and they can be spoken without any follow-through. But actions, real, tangible steps, carry the substance of effort, intent, and progress. This principle holds true in every area of life, from personal growth to professional success, relationships, and beyond. When you talk about what you plan to do, there's an initial burst of excitement. It feels good to share your dreams and ambitions, and it can even feel like you've accomplished something just by speaking them aloud. But that feeling is fleeting and deceptive. The more you talk about your plans, the more you risk losing the motivation to act. Why? Because your brain gets a false sense of completion simply by verbalizing your intentions. Instead of fueling your progress, excessive talk often drains the energy needed to take meaningful steps. Think of it this way: imagine a runner boasting about how they'll win the race before they even reach the starting line. Their confidence might grab attention, but when the race begins, it's their speed, endurance, and strategy that determine the outcome, not their words. Life operates the same way. Goals aren't achieved by declarations, but by the sweat, discipline, and resilience poured into the journey. Furthermore, when you share your plans with others, you create expectations. People begin to watch and judge, sometimes even offering unsolicited opinions or critiques. This can become a distraction. Instead of focusing on the work, you might find yourself consumed by explaining, defending, or justifying your choices to others. Every moment spent talking is a moment not spent building, learning, or improving. The pressure of meeting external expectations can also cause unnecessary stress, shifting your focus from the process to the perception of progress. There's also a deeper, more profound reason to let your actions speak authenticity. When you consistently show up and do the work, it becomes clear that you're not chasing recognition or applause, you're committed to the goal itself. This authenticity inspires trust and admiration. People respect doers, not talkers. They admire those who quietly chip away at their dreams until one day the results are undeniable. Silence also has an advantage: it keeps others guessing. When you don't constantly talk about your next move, you maintain an element of surprise. This is powerful. Imagine revealing a completed project, a significant milestone, or a personal achievement without anyone knowing you were working on it. The impact is far greater because it shows dedication, focus, and the ability to stay true to your path without seeking external validation. Now, some might argue that sharing plans can hold you accountable. While that can be true in certain contexts, it's important to distinguish between seeking accountability from a trusted mentor or partner and broadcasting your ambitions to everyone. Accountability works when it's intentional and limited to those who genuinely support your growth. Telling everyone, on the other hand, dilutes the process and opens you up to unnecessary distractions. Ultimately, the most compelling evidence of your intentions is not your words, but the outcomes you create. Every step you take, every bit of progress you make, and every success you achieve speaks volumes more than any speech or promise ever could. This principle is timeless. History is filled with examples of individuals who achieved greatness, not by announcing their plans, but by diligently pursuing them, often in the shadows of obscurity. So the next time you feel the urge to talk about what you're going to do, pause. Instead, channel that energy into action. Write the first page of the book, take the first step toward the goal, or start laying the foundation for the dream. Let your actions write the story and your results be the proof. The world doesn't need more talk, it needs more doers. And in the end, your actions will echo far louder than any words you could ever speak. Success thrives in silence. Think of a seed planted in the soil. It doesn't make noise while it grows, yet day by day it transforms, eventually breaking through the earth with strength and vitality. This is the essence of silent progress: steady, deliberate, and often unnoticed until it becomes impossible to ignore. When you work quietly, you create an environment free from unnecessary distractions and outside influences. The world today is noisy. Everyone is eager to share their plans, their aspirations, and their daily grind. Social media amplifies this noise, making it tempting to join the chorus and announce every step you take. But what if, instead of broadcasting your efforts, you chose to focus inward, devoting your energy entirely to the work itself? The power of silent progress lies in its ability to protect your focus. When you don't tell others what you're doing, you eliminate the pressure of external expectations. Think about it every time you share a goal, you invite opinions, questions, and sometimes doubt. These external voices, even when well-meaning, can chip away at your confidence or steer you off course. But when you keep your plans to yourself, you create a space where your only accountability is to your own discipline and determination. Silent progress also guards your energy. Talking about what you're going to do can be seductive. It feels good to share your dreams and hear others cheer you on. But that initial burst of enthusiasm is fleeting. Once the excitement fades, you still have to do the work. In fact, studies have shown that discussing your goals prematurely can trick your brain into feeling as though you've already accomplished them, reducing your drive to follow through. When you keep your plans private, you bypass this pitfall and conserve your motivation for the actual journey. Another advantage of quiet effort is the element of surprise. When you don't broadcast your intentions, your eventual success has a greater impact. Think of a musician who spends years practicing in private, only to debut in an album that takes the world by storm. The audience doesn't see the hours of practice, the moments of doubt, or the sacrifices made. They only see the brilliance of the finished product. That surprise creates admiration, respect, and inspiration. On the flip side, sharing your plans too early can dilute your impact. Imagine telling everyone you're going to start a business, write a book, or achieve a fitness goal. Now the spotlight is on you before you've even taken the first step. Suddenly, every setback feels magnified, every delay scrutinized. The pressure to deliver can become overwhelming, sometimes to the point of derailing your progress entirely. But when you work in silence, you free yourself from this burden. There's a deeper, more personal benefit to silent progress, too. It builds self-trust. When you accomplish something without external validation, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You learn to rely on your own determination and resourcefulness. Each quiet victory strengthens your belief in your ability to succeed, creating a foundation for even greater achievements. This doesn't mean you should isolate yourself completely or never share your successes. There's value in seeking mentorship, collaborating with others, and celebrating milestones. But the key is timing. Share your achievements after they've materialized, not while they're still in the formative stages. Let your results speak for themselves rather than relying on words to explain your intentions. Silent progress is not about secrecy, it's about strategy. It's about understanding that the most meaningful growth happens away from the noise, in the quiet moments where you're fully engaged with your goals. It's about trusting the process, embracing the journey, and allowing your work to shine on its own merit. In a world that rewards quick validation and constant sharing, silent progress is a quiet rebellion. It's a reminder that true success isn't measured by how loudly you announce it, but by how effectively you achieve it. Keep moving forward, one silent step at a time, and let your success make the noise. Your vision is one of the most precious assets you possess. It's a picture of your future, shaped by your dreams, values, and ambitions. But like any valuable thing, it's vulnerable. Sharing your vision too early or too broadly can expose it to forces that may weaken it before it even has the chance to grow. When you talk openly about your goals, especially in their early stages, you risk inviting opinions, both good and bad, that can influence your mindset. While some feedback can be constructive, most people are not equipped to see your vision the way you do. They might misunderstand it, question its feasibility, or even dismiss it altogether. And here's the thing, their opinions can start to seep into your thinking, creating doubt or causing you to second-guess yourself. Suddenly, the excitement that once drove you forward feels muted, dampened by the weight of external voices. Criticism isn't the only risk. Sometimes, even well-meaning encouragement can be counterproductive. When you tell others your big plans and they respond with applause, it can create a false sense of accomplishment. Your brain registers their praise as progress, and you may feel a temporary satisfaction that reduces your urgency to act. Talking about it feels like doing it, but it isn't. Another danger of sharing your vision prematurely is that it may attract competition or resistance. Not everyone will cheer for you. Some people might see your dream as a threat or an opportunity for themselves. Sharing too much can give others an advantage they wouldn't have had otherwise. While most people won't act maliciously, even the unintentional sharing of your ideas can dilute their impact. Your vision is also fragile in its infancy because it's still forming. Like a young seedling, it needs a protected environment to take root and grow strong. When you keep your vision private, you create a safe space to nurture it. You can experiment, refine, and adjust without the pressure of external expectations. You're free to fail, learn, and try again without feeling the weight of an audience. When you protect your vision, you also allow yourself to build the foundation necessary for it to succeed. True success doesn't happen overnight. It requires careful planning, consistent effort, and time. In the quiet of your own determination, you can focus on developing the skills, knowledge, and resources you'll need to bring your vision to life. This solitude isn't loneliness, it's focus. It's the ability to tune out the noise of the world and zero in on what truly matters. Keeping your vision close also teaches you discipline and patience. It forces you to rely on your inner drive rather than external validation. You don't need applause to stay motivated. You're driven by the fire within you. This kind of internal strength is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. And when the time comes to share your vision, when it's no longer just an idea, but a tangible reality, you'll find that it speaks for itself. People won't need to hear about what you're going to do. They'll see what you've already done. Your results will be undeniable, and your journey will inspire without needing explanation. Protecting your vision isn't about being secretive or mistrustful. It's about being strategic. It's about recognizing the value of your dreams and treating them with the care they deserve. By keeping your vision close, you give it the time and space to grow into something extraordinary. And when you finally reveal it to the world, it will have the strength to stand on its own, no longer vulnerable to doubt, distraction, or external influence. Your vision, nurtured in quiet determination, will shine brighter than any words ever could. Every individual has a finite amount of energy each day. It's a resource that, once spent, cannot be replenished until the next day. The question is, how are you spending yours? Far too often, people use up their energy in ways that don't move them closer to their goals. They talk about their plans, explain their ideas, or defend their decisions, draining energy that could have been used to make progress. If you truly want to succeed, you must understand the importance of conserving your energy and directing it toward what truly matters. When you spend time telling people about what you're going to do, you expend mental and emotional energy. Every time you explain your vision to someone, you take energy away from executing it. You may feel a temporary high from the validation or interest you receive, but here's the truth: talking about the work doesn't get the work done. It doesn't build the skills you need, it doesn't solve the problems in your path, and it doesn't create the results you're aiming for. Energy is also lost when you entertain the opinions and reactions of others. Not everyone will share your enthusiasm or see the potential in your plans. Some might question your motives, others might criticize your methods, and a few might even discourage you outright. Each of these interactions drains your focus and confidence, leaving you with less drive to move forward. Imagine if you took all the energy you spent trying to convince others of your path and invested it into quietly working toward your goal. Think about how much closer you'd be to achieving it. Another way energy is wasted is through distraction. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the noise, social media, endless conversations, and the pressure to keep up appearances. People feel compelled to post updates about their progress, share every milestone, and broadcast every intention. But this constant need for validation can pull you away from the very thing that matters: doing the work. Every minute spent curating your public image is a minute not spent creating the success you're working toward. Conserving energy doesn't mean isolating yourself or never sharing your ideas. It's about being intentional. You need to ask yourself, will sharing this bring me closer to my goal? Or will it simply drain my focus? When you channel your energy into deliberate, meaningful action, you'll find that progress comes more swiftly and with less friction. Each task you complete, no matter how small, builds momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. It fuels your motivation and creates a cycle of success that grows with every effort you make. Directing your energy wisely also means prioritizing. Not every task deserves your attention, and not every opportunity is worth pursuing. You need to focus on the activities that have the greatest impact on your goals. This requires discipline. It's tempting to spread yourself thin, trying to do everything at once or impress everyone along the way. But true success comes from focusing on the few things that matter most and giving them your undivided attention. Ultimately, energy is one of your most valuable assets. How you use it determines the trajectory of your journey. Instead of scattering it across conversations, explanations, and distractions, concentrate it where it counts. Let your work be your statement. Let your actions prove your commitment. The less time you spend talking about what you'll do, the more time you have to actually do it. The people who achieve greatness aren't necessarily the ones who have more resources or more talent. They're the ones who use their energy wisely. They understand that every ounce of effort should be invested in moving forward, not sideways. They focus on the process, not the applause. And in the end, their results speak louder than any words ever could. When you work in silence and allow your efforts to unfold without a constant stream of announcements, you create an element of surprise that can be far more powerful than you might imagine. People are naturally drawn to the unexpected. Surprise has an emotional impact that captures attention, evokes admiration, and often leaves a lasting impression. By choosing not to broadcast your plans or goals prematurely, you position yourself to deliver results that truly stand out, free from the weight of expectations or preconceived notions. Think about how we respond to surprises in daily life. A sudden act of kindness, an unexpected achievement, or a quiet individual rising to prominence, it all commands respect and curiosity. The same principle applies to your personal and professional journey. When people aren't privy to the behind-the-scenes work, the late nights, and the sacrifices, the end result appears even more impressive. It's not just the achievement they notice, but also the mystery of how it came to be. That element of mystery adds depth to your success and inspires others in ways that mere words never could. Talking too much about your goals can often dilute their power. When you share your intentions prematurely, you inadvertently invite others to critique, judge, or weigh in on your plans. This feedback, while sometimes well-meaning, can plant seeds of doubt or distract you from your path. By staying quiet, you protect your focus and avoid the noise that comes from external opinions. The absence of commentary creates space for you to concentrate fully on your efforts, ensuring that the end result is as strong as possible. Surprise also creates a ripple effect. When you unveil your accomplishments without prior discussion, you not only make an impact, but also motivate others. They start to wonder, how did they achieve this? What have I missed? This curiosity can turn into admiration and even inspiration. Your success, achieved quietly and without fanfare, sets an example that encourages others to focus more on action and less on talk. You become a role model for diligence, perseverance, and the power of letting results speak for themselves. Moreover, surprising others with your achievements can redefine how they perceive you. It breaks any assumptions or stereotypes they may have formed. For example, someone who remains unassuming and avoids boasting about their capabilities can shatter expectations when they deliver something extraordinary. It's a reminder that greatness often operates beneath the surface until the right moment comes for it to shine. Keeping your efforts private also has an internal benefit. When you work without external scrutiny, you experience less pressure and more creative freedom. You're not working to meet others' expectations, you're working for your own fulfillment. This can lead to a deeper sense of accomplishment because your success feels authentic, untouched by the need for validation. Surprising others with your achievements doesn't mean you're hiding your ambitions or downplaying your dreams. Instead, it's about reserving your energy for what truly matters, the process. It's about allowing the results to create their own story, one that doesn't need explanation or justification. Actions have a way of resonating that words never can. The next time you feel the urge to share your plans or seek approval for your goals, take a moment to reconsider. What if, instead, you poured all that energy into bringing those goals to life? Imagine the power of unveiling your success, fully formed and undeniable, and watching as it commands attention on its own merits. That's the power of surprise. It's not just a tactic, it's a strategy for lasting impact. Focus on doing, not telling. It's a principle that separates those who achieve from those who merely aspire. In a world dominated by noise, announcements, and endless declarations of intent, the ability to quietly work toward your goals is an increasingly rare and powerful trait. While talking about what you plan to do can feel satisfying in the moment, it's action that drives real progress and creates meaningful results. When you focus on doing rather than telling, you channel your energy where it matters most. The truth is, every word you speak about your plans takes a little of the energy that could be spent executing them. Talking about an idea often gives a premature sense of accomplishment, as if sharing it with others validates the effort. But there's a trap in this. The more you talk, the less you may feel compelled to act. Words can sometimes trick your mind into believing that progress has been made, when in reality, nothing tangible has been achieved. Action, on the other hand, builds momentum. Small, consistent steps compound over time into something significant. By focusing on the work itself, you develop habits that create lasting results. Discipline, effort, and persistence are the foundations of success, not the promise of what's to come. Every day you commit to doing, even in small ways, you move closer to your goals, and that progress speaks volumes without the need for explanation. Moreover, focusing on doing allows you to remain adaptable. Plans evolve as you take action. The moment you put an idea into practice, you gain new insights, face challenges, and refine your approach. This process of adjustment often leads to outcomes better than what you initially imagined. If you're too busy telling people what you're going to do, you may feel locked into your words, reluctant to change course, even when it's necessary. By keeping your focus on action, you stay flexible, allowing your work to guide you toward the best possible result. Another critical aspect of prioritizing action is the freedom it gives you from external judgment. When you tell others what you plan to do, you invite their opinions, positive or negative. While encouragement can feel good, criticism or skepticism can plant seeds of doubt. Even well-meaning feedback can derail your momentum by making you second-guess your choices. By keeping your plans private, you eliminate distractions and remain centered on what matters most, the work itself. The most compelling reason to focus on doing, not telling, is the power of results. People are naturally drawn to achievement, not talk. When you let your actions speak for themselves, you avoid the need to explain, defend, or justify. Results are undeniable. They stand as proof of your effort, skill, and perseverance. The respect and recognition you earn through your accomplishments carry far more weight than anything you could say about your intentions. Additionally, there's a quiet confidence that comes from focusing on doing. When you invest your time and energy into actual progress, you build self-trust. You come to know that you can rely on yourself to follow through, even without external validation. This inner confidence is far more valuable than the fleeting approval gained from telling others what you plan to do. Finally, focusing on doing cultivates patience and resilience. Success rarely happens overnight, and the road to achieving anything meaningful is often filled with obstacles and setbacks. When you're committed to the work itself, you learn to navigate challenges with persistence and grace. You understand that progress is not about how fast you can achieve something, but about staying the course, even when the path gets tough. In the end, what you do defines you far more than what you say you'll do. By concentrating on action, you create a life filled with genuine accomplishment and fulfillment. You build a legacy that speaks for itself, one that doesn't need words to be understood. So keep your head down, your hands busy, and your heart committed. Let others talk about their plans. You'll be too busy turning yours into reality.